Mm-hmm. I know.
All right, everybody, we are now coming back. There we go. Yes, everything works. Have I just cursed myself by saying that, didn't I?
I mean, it was a choice.
Did everybody disconnect and reconnect in that little area?
Actually, your stream died for a second, and you disconnected from Zoom, and Fantasy Grounds crashed.
Really?
Yeah, I had to reconnect.
Yes.
But when I came back, you weren't in Zoom.
Am I streaming?
Now you are.
You are. It all reset.
Network error 2000 again is what's popping up, and now I see myself live. Is that my end? Is that their end? This is what I got to figure out.
Where are you seeing that error? In Fantasy Grounds?
No, in Twitch.
Oh.
When
know.
I've got the dashboard up in one of my windows, and it basically gives me my stream health and all that stuff as I'm streaming.
Okay, yeah, and the dashboard.
And in the dashboard where it has the little video playing, like the little mini video, it just had error 2000, which I've seen a couple of times on Twitch. So
No, I think that's a Twitch error.
Yeah.
From a quick Reddit search, that would imply that it's a Twitch error.
How would it affect me on this end by flipping? You know what I mean? Like that's the other thing, because the Zoom and the Fantasy Grounds being unstable as well.
Separate, yeah. I don't know.
It's just Eve. We're cursed. It's a curse.
Maybe.
So, that being said, yes, apparently, of course, Puma, Hal fully would understand the gang member that's suddenly being questioned. And Mr. Smith is, what? The robot's got a tracker? What? You know, if you think about it.
Thought we got rid of all those.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Meanwhile, me and Syntax are having a conversation about why the Racial Purity Act would affect her.
It'll affect everybody.
Yeah, it's
Oh yeah, huh? Not like this.
and I'm just like, I look around, I look at like my dad, and I go like this, like I take my hair and I go like that, and I don't say anything, but I just.
She's got like little elf ears.
Oh god.
She says it quiet, just like that in front of your face.
And I go, look, I didn't know who my friends were in the game. You were the first people to treat me like a person.
You are a person.
You were the first ones to acknowledge that. And I was useful to you. I mean, you would never have beaten that boss at like the second raid. Like,
oh my gosh, that stupid boss.
Yeah.
It's very, very complicated.
I know. That explains him. That explains him. It does.
He's a good man.
That probably wants to kill me.
Oh,
Okay,
you're dead.
I'm going to ask
Oh
Mr.
my
Smith if I should have the robot move out of the truck into that other truck. Because I can control it as a drone.
Right. So before we get any more sidetracked, we need to send a special message.
Well, it'll distract them. They'll say they'll check that truck, and they'll probably see the other one and check
What are you
that
going
one.
to send her, Rabbit?
Let me redirect them away from this
I mean,
building.
I
or
assume
to
we
that
have-
building at least.
Some sort of code words that I can send a coded message that means shit has hit the fucking fan.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
And basically, she would have probably given you that way back when, but you're happy living with Daddy and Daddy's money. So the idea of roughing it with her was not really an option, if you think about it.
Right.
So yeah. So she might be waiting all this time, and especially with the news.
Does she have the same safe word?
Now, taking effect, she is part of.
Right.
All right. So
And this might actually be me more reaching out to see if they did it. I'm gonna make it sound like I'm coming in, but I'm really feeling out whether or not they did this. If you know what I mean.
remember that one bull guy that ran up with the shotgun? No.
That was us.
That was all of us. That was her friend.
Right.
No, okay.
He
Wanna
was
see
there
if
to extract
He
you.
knows anything about the Germans or the French or...
She's a fan of the French.
Oh, I know. We're all fans of the French.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, you're sending out a message to this person.
That
Atlas.
reads very strangely to Alice.
Yeah, I'm already shaken. Like, I'm still terrified
sure.
about my dad. Having like
He's
some kind
pretty
of
calm. He's making Mr. Noodle.
Trust me, when somebody's angry, the scariest form of anger is when they're calm.
Especially, you remember your father's field of specialty.
Yeah, no, I have grown up with my father. The fact that I have any tidbits of freedom or anything, like, and I'm a 30-something-year-old woman, and I'm still terrified of my father. Mind you, I've lived a comparatively indoor, sheltered life. Not unlike Rapunzel.
So if Atlas's father offers you any of the noodles, I would say to decline.
They're good noodles.
I would, but we want to decline.
But I keep having to double check with Princess, being like, "You want me to say what?" Like I am struggling. Like, this is.
Yeah, she just gives you this stupid look like, yeah.
And at the same time, I'm experiencing a wonderful calm because somebody knows that's not my father and didn't change anything.
Maybe the whole world isn't as bad as Dad says.
Well, I know the whole world's not as bad. France and Germany sound pretty good right now.
So yeah, hell, if you want, but it might make them raid the other building as opposed to this one at least.
Okay. So
Gotcha.
Hal will go into a concentration mode to control the drone. Or the...
Yep. Drone's coming back up. Yep. Notice roll. And currently with this drone, you've got a +2 modifier. Okay, drone, as the rear door opens up, to the north, you notice a rotorcraft that's coming in a little low without running lights. Basically, it's hugging the buildings and it doesn't have running lights on, which does look suspicious.
Middle of the day?
Yeah.
Not that suspicious.
Flying lower, the way it's flying to the buildings and all that stuff.
I mean, also, in this part of town, every flying vehicle is definitely suspicious.
Sure. Yeah.
It's too nice looking.
It also looks like a small
don't
little
have shit all
police
over it.
drop craft. It basically looks like one of the police drop crafts, like the one that was crashed earlier.
Okay, so I have the drone shut the doors on this moving van and then move over because I can't
Yep.
relay anything
Nope.
while I'm linked up to the
Yep.
drone. So then I get the drone moved over to the other truck that's in the alley, the green one.
No problem. This drone has got an alert system up. It's detecting lasers. So effectively, this drone is aware that a laser targeting system is currently trying to lock onto it. It doesn't have any software to counter it. It's basically aware that there is laser targeting slowly locking onto it. If it speeds across, it may be able to get before, because it's such a great distance for the targeting mechanism, it's a very good chance that it can get out of its way, but you're aware that this is currently going on as you move across.
Okay. So I'm going to get it moving across the road as quick as
Bit
possible.
Rabbit, nice going. You left the bag of ammo in the taxi.
Hey, it worked out
Yeah,
for Deadpool.
yeah. Ellie left us behind.
I'm sorry.
You know what the worst part is? I don't think when this transfers over to YouTube, no one's going to see that chat. No one's going to know what we're talking
I
about.
don't gonna have any idea.
So those
we
people that are
went to
watching
Starbucks to
this
hack
as a
it.
the VOD on YouTube, check out us live. There's a whole mini game you're playing at the side, or that side. Yeah,
Or that side.
ooh, good one. All right.
Well, you got to say it was a hacking job. So mission. So yeah.
Okay. And that robot moves over there, and yes, there is some guy in a sleeping bag. Kind of, 75. All he murmurs on his breath, you know. As it trundles up on its gets his little lunchbox, pulls his lunchbox closer. It's like one of these old plastic lunchboxes, and it seems to have an ancient Trans Am on it with a little red light thingy on the front of its cover. Worth millions now? Who knows?
100 years old.
But he's got this little lunch.
Once the robot is over there, then Hal breaks his link with it. And then I'm going to relay to Mr. Smith what...
Oh, first thing going through its head, is this considered an enemy? Before you break the link. Huh? At this point, little facial little lock on.
Yeah.
It's enemy?
No,
No, okay. You
shut
could
down.
shut down.
Shut down, but stay alert, basically.
Yeah.
Is the command.
Self-preservation.
Wow, that means
Yeah.
this guy's considered not an enemy. It will protect this guy.
Yep.
Oh, you can have my special lunchbox. Sorry.
Johnny!
Then I'm going to relay to Mr.
box.
Smith what I.
Are
what
you familiar
the
with a group
robot
called
saw
the Black
down the road.
Knights? They worship this box. Because apparently this is the Knight Rider.
However, these guys also have to understand that when I did that, I had to turn my tap on
Yep.
in order to do that.
Yeah. But the other
So
thing is, when you,
briefly, my tap was
I
turned
was
on.
also explaining to Renset in the break your tap is also like a built-in cell phone. And effectively, you turn your tap on as one thing, but if you're not using all the apps related to it, like your banking account, your all this kind of stuff, nothing's really happening. You've just turned your cell phone on. If that makes sense. You've turned your tap on, doesn't suddenly, whoop, here you are on the grid. But sadly, when you turn your tap on, your banking, your social insurance number, all those things go live and auto-update. So if you're selective and just turn on the phone, but make sure the apps are turned off, what's that term? Airplane travel or whatever?
Airplane mode?
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. That can be, that's what's ingrained in everyone's tap system, the social insurance and all that automatically transmits. Runners have false IDs that are connected to it, and those that don't even have that are off the grid for true. The other cat shows up now. All right, but so that's a let you know. So you turning your tap on just to connect to a drone wouldn't set off any flags per se.
And obviously turn the tap back off once the drone moved and relay to Mr. Smith what I saw.
You get a quick email response back, Atlas, to this message that
It's just a bunch more gibberish.
No, the message comes back as first time, because we're just going to go with the common things. They wanted something that you trusted. Your contact comes back with blue milk.
I just look at it.
What the fuck?
Well, no, I'm just saying, you wanted to have some sort of security with this other contact.
Oh, okay, so they came back with the whatever.
You know what I mean? You would have taught them moon cow, all right? So in other words, you've done the moon cow, and they've actually come back with blue milk. And where are you? Where's your they've been following what's been going on. They're ready to pick you up and help you out as much as they've offered you the first time they came in contact with you. But no, Daddy was going to look after you. We can look after you. Also, they are also letting you know to make sure your tap is turned off. And Alice going, yeah, I mean, sir, you know what I mean?
I have a place we can go, guys.
I go, blue milk? What?
Programming role.
It probably wasn't actually blue milk. It was something different this time.
No, it's blue milk. Yeah, I like that.
You're telling me that I'm so stupid that I have the same safe word with both my father and these rebels.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
It must be my mother.
That's right. Your mom came up with it.
Programming 6. Your programming knowledge recognizes the type of code that's going on. Follow up with a hacker roll right now.
The question is, am I in a state of mind where I'm like...
Basically, first off, you got that hacker's kudos. Like,
Okay,
like somebody's got their, hey, I know this hacker for my reputation.
Yeah.
This is part of the resistance.
So
Somehow...
I look at Princess like, are you serious?
What are you talking about?
It's like their
Wait a
digital
minute.
footprint.
For there to be a resistance, there has to be a war.
Are you paying attention to anything that's going on?
Not really.
I see. Have you heard of
I'm
this
worried
whole
more
thing
about
called
the
the
vertibird
Racial
coming in and about
Purity
taking
Act?
the building down. Yeah, we got a low flyer coming in and probably shoot the place out.
That's fun. Do they know we're
Actually,
here?
Hal, what do you state right now? You're back in your body. Did you report
Well,
back?
he pointed it out, and
Oh.
said, well, they saw the droid run from the one truck to the other, likely because of why you were trying to get a laser lock on it. So they must have spotted it. Our diversion may not work.
I pull up the outside house cameras.
Okay, notice plus.
We can hope it worked, but
Plus
it might not have.
4. Plus
Can I
4
actually-
using Daddy's network right now.
Can I look through the cameras with her since I'm right here?
Both make a roll. Add plus 4 to it because you're both scanning through the cameras right now because there's multiple little things going on. All right. You notice, first off, with the one rise, both you guys have got one rise. The craft that is talked about looks like it's landed on a 20-story apartment building just north of the map right now. So that's where you're seeing it from. But you also notice with the 10, that's Princess. So yes, the building that is basically the rooftop to the sea, the building that is literally west of you guys, the C-shaped building with the blue thing. Princess, you noticed the end of a rappel line being retracted off its rooftop. Basically some sort of rappelling line from the other roof, and now it's being retracted back into the rappelling gun that it was launched from. Meaning there's something on the rooftop of the C building.
Okay.
Like my little zip gun.
Yep.
So
They used a zip gun to get to the other rooftop, and you just caught
there are
the end of
guys
them
on the other
retracting.
roof.
The communication channel, by the way, is empty. There's been no other German communication has been showing up on Dad's little shortwave. They're not using that frequency, or it's changed, or whatever. You don't know. Like nothing's come up on Dad's, and he's got a pretty good thing going. But
And
it's
he's
more
probably scanning
general.
a bunch of frequencies.
That's like just a passive scan of what's going on. There's no active scan going on right now. So that was just the passive that picked up the other one.
Also, do I tell these people we're coming?
So what people?
I told them I have a place where we can go.
They were
And I'm
actually wanting to
so
know where you were so they could come to you. It's
Right.
not-
I'm not having them come to us with what we got out there.
Actually, that might help. But
Or I can tell them to come here.
I don't know if my dad would like any. But anyway,
Right.
I'm still going.
Hal,
I
did
can
you
tell
want
them to come
try
to the C
contact your
building.
friend?
What?
No, I'm asking Hal. Hal, if this is the same frequency you've been hearing recently, maybe you could contact your friend and find out why he's looking for you.
I could attempt that, but I don't speak German. And the only language that's coming across is German.
Do you have Babel?
I do not.
Right. Noodles are ready. Father's turned around. At this point, you see that he's done egg drop. He's got the noodle, and he's actually dropped an egg in, so you've got a whole fried egg on the top of the noodles for each one of you guys.
I can translate for you. I speak German.
I look at that and I go, check out the camera.
At that point, he just pauses, goes to the canner. You just see him kind of flick some buttons. Suddenly, you see thermographic patterning of 2 people on the rooftop. Why didn't you check thermals?
Do you have thermals?
I was like, those are new, Dad.
There's 2 people on the roof. Their body heat is... They must be in some sort of stutes because their heat is being distributed evenly. That or they are not that human.
How far across is the street?
Is that the C building he's looking at, or the other one?
The C building. Yep. He can do 200 feet with that camera. And that covers the rooftop of the next building. Including
Right, but
good
I'm
old
trying to figure out,
Pythagorean.
personally, where are they and how far are they away from the window?
Effectively, they look like they are moving to do a pincer strike on the blue truck.
Okay, most important question. How far away are they? There are a lot of unknowns right there.
Doo-doo-doo. Give me a second. Let me just make sure I got this. There we go. Yep, that's what you have. That's where the position of the two people are. And you, effectively, hey, guess what? You guys, I'm just going to position you. You're all in the main floor of the building.
Fabulous. I'm going to pop out just far enough to see them.
We're just going to put everybody up on the map. And hey, guess what? You're still already on the map. Isn't that cool?
Most of the windows you can't see through in this guy's place.
Hence, I'm popping right out the door.
Yeah.
Just so I can see them.
Where did I put you down, Princess? Did I put you down, Princess? So the door would be in this area by the, I can just...
Could just peel back the tinfoil.
The what?
Just peel back the tinfoil and look at it.
Yeah, you could.
Okay, then I'll do that.
It's supposed to go all the way outside.
It's not like he black painted the windows behind the tinfoil
Oh,
Did he?
with
didn't
tar.
like that part.
Did he?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
It's like,
Da-da-da. That'll do. That'll do. All
that'll
right.
be rabbit.
I'm going to cast Confusion.
Besides a 10-minute long song from Blade, what else?
Okay, so they have to make a smarts roll at -2.
Mm-hmm. To do anything or what? What?
Or they're confused. They don't know what's going on.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Do. -2, you say?
Yep.
-5. Whoops. -2. And we has smarts. What's his target?
It's actually is it
4?
smarts?
It's
Yeah,
for
the target is 4.
Yeah, 4. So, yep, he doesn't make it. And that was that guy. And then the other bro. And what happens on a fail again?
They are shaken.
Shaken? Oh, is this the fear thing you're doing again?
No, this is confusion.
Confusion?
It's
So-
a little bit different.
Okay. Because
So-
shake...
Basically, they're shaken and they don't know what's going on. They are confused.
Unsure of what to do.
Gotcha. So they basically act like they're shaken. They have to spend the round to get it off. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I can actually do that. And that. You see little icons show up on them now? Little shaken icons. So they are... And they have to basically use their thing to get their thing.
Correct.
Correct. I'm so technical right now. So let's just do this now. And put a new Badoom. Apparently he... wow. He's got a Joker. And I don't know if any of that showed up for you guys, but basically it auto-rolled his shaken and it was automatically removed, so he did pass his save. And oh, that person is delete that combatant, and I can remove the barista because barista's not here. How are you? Hi everybody, it's a barista. Alrighty. So he basically his action is confused, and he's not confused. But at this point, I'm trying to think now. He's action, he's confused. Basically, he's sitting there, he's getting his little gun, he's getting his gun ready to go over. Then he's just, just confused, staggered, whatever. And then he kind of pulls himself out again and points his gun down there. He's got...
Princess, does your ability work on
What ability?
robots?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fully arms... Yeah, he's got pistol. He's got a pistol. He's got basically his pistol out, and he's pointing that down.
Also, I don't think you know about my power.
Haven't quite figured it out yet. Not just as a player, I'm asking you, though, not as a character. Does it work on artificial intelligence?
Not to my knowledge, no.
That
Has an
guy...
actual brain. Okay.
He's basically... That's his only action, too, by the way, when he does that. So, yeah, both those guys are... They've shaken the status off, but that's it.
So it would work on a full conversion, because it would still have a brain in it.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the plan? Do I do it again?
Do what?
Just answer the question.
Mr. Smith, it is your action.
Well, I already asked Hal if he wanted to get in contact with his compatriots. He said he doesn't speak German. I told him I can translate for you.
You could still transmit on that frequency, even though they're not currently talking. They're probably monitoring it.
Mm-hmm. Well, so I told him I could translate. Because he says he doesn't speak German. But if he says anything he wants to say, we could send it to him. That's fine.
Yeah, we could.
In case there's like any key words or phrases your boys would have used to.
Yeah, there would have been. It's moon count. No, I'm kidding.
Everyone uses moo count.
Did you know that? No, but yeah, Raven 12 would be like Raven 12 was a really odd, which is break it off. Like something's changed. Break it off. It's not a broken arrow. Raven 12. But the Raven 12 would be one of those things. It's not as bad as a broken arrow, but it's like things have changed. Update status. That Raven 12 could have been one of those things you could have had.
Yep. So let him know. Just send back a message. Raven 12, please advise. Please advise.
I'll translate into German. Send it. Pop the tab. Send it off.
And Mr. Smith, you should be able to send that as in my voice too, right? In German? As an android?
No. Not likely. I don't have mimic.
You don't.
It is something he can get as an upgrade, though. It does exist out there.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Alrighty.
Now, if you wanted, I could include your call sign requesting an update.
Well, Hal, you're not sure how that would work because you have no idea what's going on. It's like
we just send a request update.
Yep.
Meanwhile, check my link range as well. Or is our friend in the truck too far away?
What? Nope.
Reaching out. Is he
Nope.
too far away or not?
He's not.
And how is he powered?
Nah, what you mean powered?
His power supply.
Yeah.
Is he battery or atomic?
This it's not Fallout. No, he's high function. He's a high functioning battery power.
Okay, so he doesn't have a self-destruct built in.
No.
Okay.
Hence, no nuclear bomb in them. But they can be designed, but they actually have explosives built into them.
Yeah, it would be a built-in. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Hold on 1 second. You do that. You do that.
wonder where hearts fit in.
This is just going to be... Bang! Crack of a rifle goes off.
Where's your father?
I'm not sure, but it's probably not good.
Who just got shot?
Apparently someone unknown.
I mean, there was a person in the truck.
Hmm.
If people are shooting at
Right,
the
but
truck.
both of those people on the roof can't shoot. Oh, they're shooting.
But you never know. There could be people on the roof of that building, squatters.
Why is this guy shaking?
He
Is
got
the guy who
shot.
got shot at?
Yeah, he got shot.
I mean, there are a lot of gang people too, so like, they wouldn't be happy with authority type figures showing up anywhere.
You hear transmission back on that frequency, Mr. Smith. In English, a strained voice. Compromised. Mission compromised.
Relay it. Actually, at this point, I'll link. I will open the tab and link up with.
That's Carl's voice, and
I'll link up with Hal, so he's got it.
That's Carl's voice in English, and that's what you got there, Hal. Princess.
Okay.
So I just saw that guy go down.
Yep. And the camera tracks. It looks like the shot came from the rotorcraft rooftop that these guys probably came from. So it looks like one of their own just rifle snipe shotted their guy.
I'll relay that. And ask, should I tell these people where we are?
Are these them?
I don't think so. I don't know, though.
I don't think you want to tell these guys.
No, not these guys. The guys I'm talking about.
Who are you talking about?
Smith doesn't know.
I'm the only one that kind of
a
knows.
safe place. No, I told everyone that I have a place where we can go that's safe.
It's Tahiti?
No, it's not Tahiti. Oh my god.
Tahiti's a magical place.
It's a
Yes.
magical place. Right. So I told you guys that there's
So,
that, and then
Where is this safe place?
The moon.
Oh, explains the lunar bovines,
I mean, part of what makes it safe is that no one knows where it is until we go there.
including you.
Right. But I'm fairly certain it's safe.
But are they safe?
They're the resistance.
We're not at war.
What country have you been living in for the last 10 years?
There's
All
no
right, at
war
this
going on
point,
here.
the rifle shot is heard, and it's somewhat close. Your
That
father,
means we're safe. We heard it.
the father, that's it. He just goes back into his room.
This is not good.
And you see him come
I
back
was gonna go have some of the
with a
noodles.
rifle, but the rifle's barrel seems to be pretty heavy caliber. You notice the cartridge is fat.
That's not a shotgun.
And you see him pull the cartridge out, and they are fat and long-looking projectiles in there. He goes over to the triage bag.
Father have?
A lot.
He goes over to the triage bag, and you just notice him grab some of the bullets, and he cracks open the sides to put some drug inside of it. You notice these bullets also seem to have little collapsible fins on it.
Why are you got a gyro rifle?
He's got basically it's a gyrojet rifle that basically has darts for knocking people out.
You know, if you stay here and we go away, you'll be fine, right?
He's got a massive trank gun looking thing, but it rocket guided, meaning it can shoot around corners and stuff.
Sure, but they have armor. Is that going to work against armor?
Let's penetrate the armor.
It was experimental when I liberated it.
Liberate
Who says
it.
he's going to be using it on them?
That's
don't-
my
that
that is 100% my concern.
Alright, so until everyone responds to what I want, my questions, I'm just going to go on hold.
You got it.
I
Atlas.
look around and I go, can we trust the resistance? And I look at everybody. I'm like, I can't.
Up until now, I didn't know they existed.
He seems to be, by the way, on Princess, the same action as you kind of thing. That's when her father's acting.
And then something clicks. I go, wait, your dad would let you go to the Why do you know the resistance?
No reason.
Oh boy.
Rabbit, the best part is guild leader. That's who she was.
Ah, that makes sense. I mean, I give Syntax the look that I'll tell you, but I'm not sharing in front of all of these people.
You could give the guild leader's name and she'd fully understand. They wouldn't.
I'll say right, whatever the guild leader's name is.
Basically, the guild leader for the MMO that you guys were in is his contact.
Are you serious?
Reasons.
I pull up everything I have on the guild leader. Because I'm certain I've done hacks for her as well, or them as well.
Yeah, she was kind of odd, though. She was really good at guessing the movements of the boss before the boss's movements. You figured it was some sort of hack, but it was almost as if she had like a second intuition on what was going to happen.
Like, it just clicks. I go, really? I go, unbelievable. Okay. Yeah, I trust her. We can do that.
Right. See?
So, Atlas, on your action, do you give your location to them or what? No or yes? Your call. Your father seems to be trying to do his best to take the cartridge apart to load up the darts and then reload the cartridge. It's clear that he is loading this weapon out of pure speculation. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It looks like he doesn't really have the skills to have this, but...
I go, Dad, give that to Mr. Smith. And then I go... I think we have to. I look at everybody. I go, I think we have to let them know. And I send the message.
All right.
In the most encrypted way that I possibly can.
Make that roll. Make your roll there.
Just a hacking roll?
Yeah. Okay, it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's now sent. Then next on our little chaos.
I can't interrupt, but I would like to interrupt.
Sure.
And I will go help her father with the loading of the gun.
All right. Okay. This thing, you're taking a look at this. You have guns. You got the actual gun skill, right?
Yeah.
Okay, make a roll on the gun skill.
The shooting skill, right?
The shooting, yeah, effectively, yeah.
Also, Crow would know the guild leader too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Crow's
that
a
is
little
actually
quiet
just
right
a
now.
7.
She's trying to take everything in, I'm trying to say. Sheila, Bobby!
That's just a 7.
All right. So, yeah, just a 7. 8, 9, yeah. First off, these are heat-seeking gyroscopic rounds. Meaning, you point the barrel at your target, the laser targeter locks that heat signature, and then you press the trigger, it will continue to shoot. It's a subsonic round due to its nature, so it doesn't have as heavy a hit, but it's got a pneumatic piston system to allow a piercer to inject. This thing is probably to take down armored mutated rhinos, so it would work definitely against armor.
This thing is sweet.
You also notice that the stuff that he's got are tranks and all that, but it's also identified, apparently, there's something written on it about gen targeting.
What language is it in?
No, gen targeting. It seems to be a short form for genetic marker targeting.
Yeah, he probably has it set for your family.
Basically, you get a blood sample. It can try and track that blood sample, the round can, if it's picked up. Literally a bullet with your name on it.
It made sneaking out really hard at night.
But as far as you can see, all this awesome tracking ability, it doesn't look like it's got a lethal, like it's designed as a, well, whatever, if you put a poison in there, you know, it's going to drop the person with a poison. But other than that, it's designed to be a needle gun, effectively.
Are you going to shoot me with this thing?
The worst... No. Though it doesn't look he was, but now you've mentioned it, it's probably crossing his mind that he was. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't look like it was his first choice was not to shoot you with a gun, but it's a choice. So if you want to
shoot my father with this thing,
it was very hard to get blood samples for your father, anyways. I couldn't.
I'm not surprised. Also, I'm very.
But you're the same genome.
No.
Yes. You are.
I'm saying no to your thought process.
Oh, okay. I was saying yes to the scientific fact.
Your scientific fact is correct.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you going to help me load this weapon?
Yes, I am. Just, I'm very sorry that my father is a monster.
At the dubbing station, I got a blood sample.
That would involve me getting in contact with them.
Also, remember, they wear suits.
Fixers.
Anyways, so this is the weapon he's got. You also notice...
As Renset Mr. Smith keeps talking, I just...
Also, you will notice that the weapon itself, now you can see up close. You know when you get a brand new cell phone and you have that little bit of plastic that has the little peel tab to peel off? You will notice some of the packing plastic is still on the sides of this weapon. And you also notice that there is also the equivalent with your roll. You know what safeties are in a weapon, right? It looks like
Use it on risk.
you notice that this thing might be missing its firing pin. You know, if it was a shipped weapon, it would have it out and separate.
Can I check that?
Yes, you can. That's another roll. Seven again. Yeah, the firing pin for it is, or the firing mechanism, because since it's a gyro, it's a gyro. It shoots Italian food at you, feta cheese and everything. It's a gyro weapon. I could go for a gyro right now.
That could be dangerous.
But basically, the equivalent of the firing mechanism is separately packaged. That's not here.
Do you have any more boxes that went along with this?
No.
That's unfortunate, and this is a waste of time. The
I'm
firing mechanism is disabled.
At this point, he pauses. Guns wasn't really his forte. You're just saying that, aren't you? There is a space here. It does say... Oh. Hey, it uses a standard gyroscopic tech guidance system that we could get at a Gunsmart. But we don't have that now. You can eat the noodles, it's going to get cold. And on that note, let's continue down the initiative tray. As you can tell, heavy combat is not actually happening right now. Crow, not too sure what to do. Let's go at the top.
Hal's overeating some noodles. So
Crow's heard the conversation about the guild leader and everything else.
Oh, who's unresolved? There we go. You got that. It's good, good.
Yeah.
So now I can go derp. There we go. Hey, and ding! Atlas. Combat, these aren't full few second rounds, because what's happened now... well, yeah, they are still a bit of combat rounds, but... Words. It'll make sense later. So, Atlas, you're actually first to go on the new initiative round.
So I haven't heard back anything
No,
from...
this is just, you just hit the send button, so you're going to have to wait a little bit,
Yeah.
you know. They were
Yeah.
fast in their reply, and they might be sitting there waiting for it, but we're going to be a couple of rounds before you should expect a reply.
They might not necessarily be expecting it from me.
Well, you sent the original message anyway, so, you know,
Yeah.
you're still getting the same path.
But it's all bouncy and
Exactly.
inconsistent. Okay, so... Let that go. How... I look at the thermals again real quick.
You notice the one guy that's got the thermals. The other one seems to be a fading thermal pattern. the one that got hit with his shot. The other person looks like they've crouched low and they were confused. Now they're not confused, and all of a sudden the buddy's been shot. Whatever that person's train of thought is, you know, if they're aware that there's a psychic involved, they're thinking that maybe, you know, whatever. They seem to be almost waiting for their own action right now with not really an idea of what to do. But you see him, the person's crouched low instinctively.
Does my house have any other security measures other than like simple surveillance and my dad's small arsenal of strange guns?
His forte was not really good for weapons.
No, it was more...
He's got some technical know-how. He's got a lot of medical know-how. A lot of his technical know-how are just the base dice, if that makes any sense, because he's just learnt those skills because he had to. His strongest suit is not really being used right now.
Yeah, no.
So he's like got die 4s or die 6s in related skills to technology-based stuff around this place. So
Yeah. I think in that case, I'm going to just draw my gun and just be like waiting at the computer for the message to come in.
Yep.
Basically, but my hand is on.
would you like to hold your